Hey friends, welcome. It is the best formations of season 61. We're starting out with a kind of a newer guy here, Big Mike. I mean, this is a decent form. It's not the best, but I just thought I'd throw that out there. It's got the stone golems, lots of heavy stone golems for Ali. Someone was asking me earlier what, go with Davison or Ali for heroes. Um, and I said, that I like Ali better. I think overall maybe a better hero, but Davison, Ali's more difficult to get prepped for. So you have to have a lot of stone golems and a lot of rhino knights, a lot of voodoo dolls, pretty much, or whatever for an effective Ali thing. So I think the troops for Davison are easier to acquire. Here is Getz, the General of Casa. Always got to feature him in these videos and try to get the champ in there as well. Brave Sir Robin. So we see, guys, season 61, pretty much all the top guys were using only three. Probably, I would say the majority were using Ali with Davison in a close second, and then Celine for third, and then in a distant fourth would be Siondiak. But here's Mr. Getz, Brave Sir Robin. You see a lot of these different formations. Three stone golems up front. You got a lot of voodoo dolls generally, and just a bunch of tank classes. The voodoo dolls to take out or Rhino Knights, hopefully. Here's a different variation with the Rhino Knights to push back the enemy's troops, and hopefully Ali will nuke them, so that's a good strategy there as well. You did see a few Selines in there, and this was general the split stone golem ones. It's a good form. Thanatos with his very similar to, I think, almost identical. That other one here is another one, and this is generally how the designs have been going lately with the alleys, with the peltas on the sides there, stone golems kind of surrounding everything like that. So we're seeing a lot of voodoo dolls, stone golems, peltas, undead soldiers, pirate ships, meteor golems, etc. Very similar here. Some people are throwing in some of the goblin techs. The cannons do a lot of damage, guys, and no one seems to attack them, and they also seem to be able to slow down the Rhino Knights if you're using them against them. Here's RGR Larry's. Now, some people have opted to put in Orc Hunters in there as well to help with that, so I'm not either way. Orc Hunters seem to do okay with Ali in there, but they just seem to get kind of caught up and destroyed as well. So when I use generally this Celine formation versus them. Here's another Celine formation here. This one was doing pretty good. And this was an interesting Davison formation with the Orc Hunter in the middle there. Another Celine. Lots of alleys, so pretty common theme, guys. Just you can substitute here and there for, and you're going to come up with most of them. Here's Mr. Getz again, and he's got the four goblin techs in there. So that pointy tactic. I'm throwing this one down earlier in the season. Lots of voodoo dolls, lots of healers. No peltas, interesting thing. I didn't attack this one. Core Blue Moon, the Korean clan, is coming on strong. Usually have a few guys in the top 10 there. Mr. Core View. So what are we looking at? Pretty much identical battles. I mean, formations are, the nuns are swapped there. He's got some goblin techs in there, so just mostly the same, slightly different. RGR Dr. J with this form. So we're starting to see a pattern here, guys, as far as that's going on. Here's another Davison. I don't like the Davisons with the Orc Hunters in the front. They seem fairly weak. That's just my observation. Okie dokie. RGR Larry's Core View again. This is his Davison form. In my opinion, way too many peltasts for Davison to be effective. My ally just nuked all his Peltas, yeah. And here's Stacey Lee with a split stone golem Davison. Always got to feature Stacey Lee if I can with these. Core Blue Moon. We got RGR Larry's there again. Core Rainstorm with his version of the Davison there. House MD. This guy's been sitting at the top 5 most of the season. Cypher What, I believe. Nice form there. Begbawoo with his Celine. This Manhunt guy came out of nowhere and has been doing really well. Another top alley player, Arapasta 00. Pointy Tactic from Good, featuring his Davison there. Ken from RGR, similar to most of the ones we've been seeing. A few more Peltas in there. Mr. Stone. Bread from RGR. Rayachu RGR. Single stone golem. You don't see that a lot in the front with alleys. I think it's a pretty good idea. Ortho hand from Good. We got Vengador with the strong alley. This guy was sitting up at the top there for a long time. Muda. House MD. We got Dan Cake. Was 3rd place. Congrats to him, man. Happy to see him up there at the top. This guy's been a long-time Davison player forever, and legit player, deserves a lot of respect for that. So congratulations on that strong finish there, Dan. And I just got him on there twice just for the heck of it, because I was like, man, this guy's one of the best Davison players, if not the best Davison player in the game. So he's always got the cutting edge form there, guys, for sure. Hey, guys. And is at the end of the line, I'm going to have to go, and we got to have a picture of Celtic somewhere, so hang on. All right, we got Arthur from RGR here. Had to throw him up there. He's been at the top most of the season as well. Mr. Patriot. He was sitting at the top 5, top 10 for a long time this season too. Season 61, so got to feature this one. This was an interesting Davison form, and actually did pretty good, I think. Here he is. Here's Celtic. For me, his form, and a lot of people were copying this form. I found it easy to beat with my alley, but he's had really good success with it. Probably if you attack with, I don't know, maybe my alley just gets lucky. Maybe some of the other alleys. But he's got the stone golems in there. He's got crowd control. And it's a diversified defense versus, so a lot of people don't want to attack a Davison that's got extra stone golems in there, especially towards the end of the season. I think it could be a long battle for you. So people don't want to get in a fight with a Davison where you're going to be slugging it out towards the end. You need some fast wins. You got to knock them out quick or whatever. So I think this is the one he finished with. I don't know. I haven't seen Celtic on my radar in quite a few days. So I managed to get this snap, and so I always like to take a picture of Celtic because he always wins. So I was like, the guy's doing something right. So I can critique a particular formation and say why my formation beats this one pretty easily. But obviously the guy is doing something right because he wins stinking every season. So congrats to Celtic again. But I had to throw this guy in there. Got to get the top player in there, right? Got to get the guy that's number 1. So let's do that, and let's see if I can dig up some other guys here. Here's Mr. Ruff. Maybe the Y is silent. Ruff from Casa as well. And you know what, guys? We're going to wrap this one up. There's a lot of other guys I took pictures of, but pretty much they're all the same. At the top, I'm usually in the top 500-ish. So, if not a little bit higher. But I can generally get up, and I take pics generally of the top guys, and most of their forms are quite similar. So I do have a lot more pictures, but there are a lot of redundancies. So we're going to end this one with Celtic and his Davison, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. All these guys that I'm featuring pretty much are the top players in the game. Well, they are the top players in the game. And a lot of pointers. They have a lot of good structure in their formations. So these guys have hours and hours of clan knowledge and advice and all these tips and stuff. So they pretty much know the ins and outs of the game. Not saying that everything has been discovered that needs to be known, but for the majority, these guys know what works and they go with it. And I got a lot of respect for all these players, for all the players, really, guys. I talk a lot of trash sometimes, but I do have a lot of respect for everybody. And that's kind of how I am. I just kind of try to be entertaining or whatever. Yeah, if you are a newer player and you're checking out these forums, you just look at most of them and how they have where their stone golems are situated for their certain heroes and their placement for their other troops like that. And you can learn a lot from these. So you're basically getting top clan advice, I guess I would say, for just watching these videos, and you can see where they place the things and why in the different aspects of the game like that. So you can kind of figure it out. So if you're new to the game, you don't have all these troops, obviously, as the top players, but you can substitute range for range. You can substitute, and you can also look at the majority of these things, and they have pretty much only certain troops. So you don't want to go out and get a bunch of pilgrims and infantry or archers or stuff like that. Just focus on the troops that are going to actually help you in the long run, and those are going to be your peltasts. And just what Mr. Celtic has here, you can see what troops he has, and those are the ones that I recommend you get as well. So thanks for watching this video. I pretty much do a season ending video every season, or I will do from now on, if God willing. So hope you guys enjoyed it. We got new troops coming out. We got new heroes coming out. It's going to be an exciting time. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, guys. I mean, 99% of you guys that watch my videos don't subscribe. And as a YouTuber, thumbs up really help with the algorithm, and subscriptions are cool too. So I do appreciate it. If not, that's cool as well. But if you want to help me out, that would be awesome. You guys have a blessed day, and we'll catch you next time.